guys again. Super happy to be here with my friend and partner Anton Minenko, Brazilian black belt, only Australian to be in a male division, black belt to be a world medalist in gi. I'm a 4th degree black belt, one of the pioneers of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Australia. And I'm here today with a really good friend of mine, teammate back in Brazil, Matheus Carmona Pequeno de Barros. I remember the full name, eh? Am I right?
Yes.
Nice one. I think I remember because I had to book a lot of flights for us, eh?
Yeah.
Cool.
And tickets. Airplane tickets.
Airplane tickets everywhere. Recommendation letters to the Australian consulate, and the list goes on and on, huh?
So Matheus, we normally start with a pretty basic question. We ask you to introduce yourself and talk about how you were introduced to martial arts. Like Eduardo, when he started, was with judo. A lot of the guys started with judo before they transitioned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Can you talk a little bit about your childhood and then starting martial arts?
Yes, for sure. My name is Matheus Carmona. I was born in Brasilia, the capital of Brazil. And I started judo when I was 6 years old. And then when I was 11, I started Jiu-Jitsu as well. Then judo helped me a lot with Jiu-Jitsu. And then I moved to Rio just after start Jiu-Jitsu. Then I went straight to ACHIVE BJJ. And I just keep training Jiu-Jitsu and keep training a little bit judo as well, because I was training for school, competing for school. And when I finished school, just keep training jiu-jitsu, start to compete and start teaching. So yeah, that was what I basically did more, just jiu-jitsu at ACCELLRATE, teaching and training, and what I do every day until now.
Do you remember, Matheus, what made you start in Jiu-Jitsu back on the day?
Yeah, because Jiu-Jitsu started to be famous when I was a teenager, and then the UFC started to be bigger. I see the BJJ fighters all the time winning big events like MMA. It was called Vale Tudo. The MMA was called Vale Tudo.
Which is the translation, everything goes.
Yeah, everything allowed.
Everything allows that.
Yeah, and then I say, man, Jiu-Jitsu is best martial art for fighting. That's how Jiu-Jitsu became so big as well.
And sorry, I interrupt you. Sorry.
And then just fall in love with Jiu-Jitsu and decided to train more and be good at it. And I had my gym just close to my house, so just keep training with good gym.
Matheus, when you started judo, is there a reason your parents or you decided that you wanted to do jiu-jitsu? Judo. I mean, did you start at a school, at a club, and was it your parents that pushed you to go, or you wanted to train yourself when you started judo?
I started judo in the club where I used to do the swimming and football, soccer, and then my mom said it's good, some discipline for you, and learn to defend yourself as well.
Yeah.
So me and my brother, she put us in judo, and it was very good for us. We grow up fighting judo and jiu-jitsu as well after.
And competing as well? Did you compete judo as well when you were younger?
Yeah, I compete my whole life, judo and jiu-jitsu. When I was teenager, compete judo and jiu-jitsu all the time, like almost every month. That also, I think it's very important. When you compete, you improve a lot, right?
And in your game, Matheus, your brother as well, Beto's game, but you can clearly see when you guys compete in jiu-jitsu, you can clearly see like awesome judo takedowns that you guys have, techniques. They're amazing. That it just shows how important it is to have a good stand-up for jiu-jitsu, because you're already scoring 2 points, you're already getting to a movement the next movement you're already familiar with, the takedown you're gonna do, or you have one or two that are very solid in your game, right? What's the importance you think is judo for jiu-jitsu in a competition scenario?
Yeah, for sure, it's very good when you have judo and you go compete jiu-jitsu, because not only the takedowns you learn in judo, but also the base. You get a good base. If you train with a good judo player, you see it's hard to sweep him, to take down him, and yeah, you learn some good movements you use in jiu-jitsu as well.
The grips as well would be another thing, in my opinion, that would be like judo guys normally have like amazing grips, eh?
Yeah, people nowadays train also wrestling, and it's also good.
Sure.
But you can see judo also is very good for jiu-jitsu and for MMA as well.
Yeah.
It's when you can mix martial arts. Yeah, I think one martial art can help another martial art.
Yeah, it becomes more of a complete athlete with many different skills from different disciplines.
Yeah, exactly. And you have more type of attacks, more ways to you get more versatility.
Yeah, more versatile with everything. Something that I would like to mention that a lot of people might not know, but you and your brother are both very, very skilled, and you both have a very high level and a very high level resume of competition as well. You have world championship medals in jiu-jitsu. I'm not sure about how well you're doing on the judo side of competition as well, but both you and your brother have both competed at a very, very high level and done very well. Is there something you can mention about that? Because we have a lot of students that compete as well, and they always ask, what should I work on? What should I think about to, add to my game or add to how I think about things to be a high level athlete or competitor?
Yeah, nowadays everything is when you go to high level competitions, it's very hard. But if you train now, you have to train twice a day. You have to work out. You do many competitions, and it's very hard. Every time more hard.
Yeah.
And but for sure, when you have experience in another martial arts and in another gyms, you travel, you train with different people. Everything helps a lot in competition.
Is that something that you did as well? Like when you were competing, were you traveling to learn as well? And obviously, when you're training at a high level, there's certain things you always have to have. You have to train twice a day, you have to eat properly, you have to do cardio, you have to do strength and conditioning training. But is there anything else that, aside from the basic things that everyone has to do, is there some things that helped you have a little bit more of an edge against your competitors that you might do that's different to other people?
Yeah, I think it's very important visiting another gyms.
Yeah.
And so you have different partners. You train with people, do different stuff. You don't train every day with the same people. This is very important. I think it's very good, and also the mental thing.
Like toughness, resilience.
Nowadays, for example, sorry.
No, just trying to say like the mental, being strong mentally. You mean like being tough mentally?
and focused. Because, for example, nowadays I do a lot of things in life. You know, I work a lot. I take care of family. I take care of different business. So I can't focus 100% in competing.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, I had more time, just train twice a day and work out, eat good, sleep good. So it makes totally difference. Because if in the middle of the afternoon, I go work and solve some problem, get some stress, it's not going to be the same, you know.
It takes away from the training.
Yeah. Another thing, I think the age. When you get a little bit older, you have to work more. You need more time to recover. So everything gets harder and harder. Vini, my professor, always said this: man, you start to get older, it's gonna be harder and harder to compete and be on top.
You know, I was talking to Vinny the other day, and I told him I remember watching him doing elastic, like, you know, like right on the side of the mat, doing elastic, like strength and conditioning his legs. You know what I mean, or you know, and knees, right, all the time. You know, while he was teaching, you know, just having very focused on making that work for himself. And now I am that kind of guy, you know what I mean, doing something on the side or going to a Pilates or so, doing something to kind of. So it's funny how your age comes, you know what I mean? Like everything that you've seen happening, is going to happen to you too, you know?
Yeah, he does this exercise his whole life, man. And he keeps active his whole life. Always training with everyone, surfing, and keep this athletic lifestyle. I think it's very good. The most important, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's and a lot of people that aren't competitors, that's the reason they get into jiu-jitsu as well. They're not here to compete. They're just here to have a good, healthy lifestyle, and maintaining the ability to move properly and have strong muscles and stuff is gonna, like you're saying, slow down a little bit the aging process.
Yeah, it's very good. You can get older, but with good mentality and good mind, healthy. You feel your body. You can keep your body active and always doing exercise, training jiu-jitsu, and meet some nice people at the gym. It's very good. But also the experience in competition was very important for us, because it make us improve a lot. Like I said, improve a lot in jiu-jitsu and learn a lot.
Matheus, can you tell us what were your main titles in jiu-jitsu in competition?
I had some competitions in Rio, like
State championships, yeah.
State, also Brazilian competitions, Brazilian national competitions, gi and no gi, and the worlds gi and no gi as well, in different belts, European no gi. Was good. I tried to compete different competitions. It was very good.
If people that are unaware, this is some of the biggest jiu-jitsu competitions on the world. Like, these are the biggest name competitions and the highest level guys. So this is a very, very high level medal tally for people that don't understand jiu-jitsu competition that much. Matheus has a very, very high level and a very, very high level accolades from some of the biggest competitions in the world, pretty much. With your brother, Eduardo will talk about as well, but your brother also had the same thing with judo, is that correct?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He was able to win some major tournaments in judo?
We did judo. My brother compete more judo. I did some state competitions in judo. And in Jiu-Jitsu, we try to compete more the main competitions in the IBJJF, International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation. So I had good experience, like in the Brazilian national, worlds, and European competitions.
Yeah, very high level competition.
Got first place in many, and some second and third place in others.
Mm-hmm.
In all belts.
Matheus, like one observation that I have is that you have a very very special. You're very strong. Okay, you have positions where you very strong, like you super accurate, like you execute this position extremely well. So your high percentage positions works extremely well. And I was wondering if you can give advice to people on what did you have to go through, what did you have to do to have these positions so so effective into your game.
I tried to do the same things always because it started to work. So I tried to do almost same takedowns and then just get some variations. So I think the secret is repeat. You know, when you repeat, of course you get better. But yeah, I tried to just repeat the same way to take down, same way to pass guard, same way to submit. So you can see very high level guys. They have some strong positions, some strong techniques. They always repeat that. Yeah, I think repetition is the secret to improve and get strong on that technique for sure. And I had good professors always pushing me and trying to correct what I do wrong, what I can do better, you know.
Because you see nowadays a lot of people when they start jiu-jitsu, they want to explore and go through too many positions, right? At first, and they don't practice them over and over to get good at it. They just want to go, oh, I saw this one. Okay, this one is like this. All right, what's the next cool one? And they just keep adding. And sometimes it's good to tell people that that's not the way. Like here, that's what you're saying right now. It's not the way for you to get better in jiu-jitsu, to get extremely effective. Is that correct?
Exactly, this what I mean. Yeah, because people see nice techniques. Oh, it looks so nice, and then try to do this week, and then another week see another position, and then okay, this is very nice, looks beautiful. I'm gonna try this week, you know, and then don't become so good in
nothing.
Yeah, they don't get good at anything.
In any position.
Yeah.
I think it's important to know the positions, the techniques, different techniques. But for real game, you have to know what you do better and
really focus. Really focus on that area.
Focus more on the in one line.
Matheus,
for many people.
Matheus, you do a fantastic work. I actually, I've been with you before, and a lot of my students here from Garra came. Like, so you basically run a Rio Bjj Camp, which is you have apartments and a penthouse and in Rio de Janeiro in the best locations, and you rent them for jiu-jitsu people that want to practice jiu-jitsu and have the understanding of the oranges of jiu-jitsu, the lifestyle, the Brazilian culture into the jiu-jitsu. And you do this extremely well. Like I remember telling you one day, it's like, man, you're born to do this stuff. You know what I mean? Because you're super relaxed, you're chilled, you know, you never stressed out. You're always in contact with the nature, the jiu-jitsu. You have that perfect lifestyle. And what is, so that gave you a lot of experience in having a lot of people from all over the world, right? And what is your, can you tell us a little bit about that? Like how many people probably went through this? Like how long you've been doing that? What kind of apartments, where are they located? You know, what do you offer? What other than Jiu-Jitsu you offer as well? What's the experience is all about?
Okay, how it started. I have some professors here. They get black belt from Vini, from the master of the team.
Mm-hmm.
So these black belts spread in the world. We have some guys in the US. We have some guys in Europe. You are black belt. Also, you
Australia.
train a lot.
Australia, yeah, covered
Yeah,
there.
you are in Australia. So
Austria.
Yeah, we have many black belts around the world.
Yeah.
It's very good. I think our gym is very proud of that. So, of course, many guys come for vacation in Brazil to visit the family and bring some students. So the students fall in love with the city, with Brazil, and want to come more times. And I was living alone in a big apartment, and then my friend Felipe Mota, who lives in Norway, he
AKA Garga.
Garga.
Yeah.
He brought like 10 or 15 students for New Year's. This was like 10 years ago or more. And then he said, man, I have one friend here. He's a very good guy. You have free rooms at your apartment. So why don't you let him live here with you? He pay rent, and it's a good company, good friend. You train together. I say, yeah, why not? And then that's how it started. So another friends start to come, and then another black belts bring another students. They start to stay with me and enjoy. And then I go to the beach with the guys. I go to waterfall, have some dinner. So everybody likes. Some guys like party. Some guys like to be relaxed. Some guys like surfing. Some guys like sightseeing, and that's how everything started. But just in the when the Corona time came, it stopped for a little bit, but now we start again. And I have one guy here just right now. He came 8 years ago, and he's back here. We're having some good time again, training a lot. I remember last time. Yeah, and many guys come more than one time and enjoying. You guys have been here with me. It was very good. Your students have been here.
Well, all our students, yes, all our students love it, and they all want to come back. And I remember, I never forgot that day. Actually, I remember one day training. For me, it's like going back home, you know, like, and seeing everyone and the place where I start training, you know, and my master and everything else, you know, it's great. And I'm back home, and I took my students there, which is also awesome. And we're having lunch, everyone together afterwards, and they go, man, this is exactly like Gara. I said, yeah, I don't know any other way. You know what I mean? That's the only way I knew it about it, you know? So yeah, it's, man, I reckon it's made for, like, I think, Anton, you probably have this experience. Anyone that's doing Jiu-Jitsu, that really gain to the really enjoy, really love, start loving the lifestyle, should go to Brazil and have this experience. I think, you know, I think it's, and having you as to make this connection happen, you know, like that we already know each other for many years. We come from the same neighborhood and from the same team, and, you know, like they basically, it's going to be super well treated. Like Axe is an amazing gym. in terms of facilities, in terms of people. It's a family-friendly, orientated place. You know, a lot of people speak English, so you're not gonna have dramas. And I wish that more people can actually go and do this trip, and because I think it's a wonderful experience. I think it's unmissable experience, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for this because I had a lot of good experience with different people, different culture, people from different countries. They bring something and take something with them.
Sure.
That's good. This change is very good.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. Wherever you travel, wherever you go, like people can always connect through jiu-jitsu because it's the same thing. And whether you don't speak the same language, whether you don't like the same food, whether whatever, everyone can connect really well over that point of, and the intimacy that you have when you like, man, you guys are killing each other on the mat and smashing each other and doing all this stuff. It just brings a deeper bond than you can make through so many different things. And like Eduardo's saying, for a lot of people, it feels exactly like their gym in Australia, in Austria, in the US, wherever, because it's the same. You're experiencing the same thing. And it's
Jiu-Jitsu is an open door.
Yeah.
For
Universal language.
you come and enjoy the gym, have good friends, and everything you need, you can find with people from gym.
And in the Brazilian culture as well, jiu-jitsu, we always have that thing, and which I actually miss. Like people would come and train, and then they're gonna go to a bar to have dinner. You know what I mean? Or they'll go and get together with someone's house, and they'll do something together and talk about the training, you know, and then suddenly they're on a carpet, their guy, oh, remember this position I was trying to do on you in training. They discussing their personal training a lot, you know what I mean, to try to improve in a group, rather than just looking at magazines and talking about, you know, like they trying to purposely getting better as a group, you know, which I think is very wonderful attitude, you know.
And we learn from each other all the time. When you're visiting, you learn. We learn it to each other all the time.
And jiu-jitsu too. Every time you go away, we come back with a lot of a lot of new positions, new moves. You know, new people that you train that push you in a different direction. Paul, I miss going to Brazil, Matheus. Like having this conversation right now just show me, you know, like. It would be nice to get some training, you know what I mean? That would be good, man.
Yeah, but everywhere you go, you visit a BJJ gym, you know, you probably nowadays you're gonna be well received, and when you have jiu-jitsu connection, it helps a lot. Your trip, your life, everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Something else I wanted to talk about is you also kind of transitioned a little bit into MMA recently. You did some MMA fights and things like that. I just wanted to ask your experience of that. Have you trained for MMA before, or you just started training as you started this MMA fight recently?
It's funny because all my life I feel ready for that. You know, for not for professional, but for a simple fight, for a simple real situation. Because when we start to train, jiu-jitsu was more connected with self-defense, more connected with real situations. So I always feel ready. We always train at our gym, like thinking about real situations as well, not only competition, not only sport jiu-jitsu, but our gym always tried to teach you everything about jiu-jitsu, everything the Gracie family tried to develop. But I train, of course, I train a few months for some amateur fights, just to have some experience. And yeah, it was very good. It's always good for learn.
Yeah,
when
different.
you train, you learn. So
Yeah.
learn a little bit more, but it started to be very professional, like sport jiu-jitsu, very professional, MMA, very professional. And we have also the BJJ lifestyle that you can keep forever.
True.
Something else that we Eduardo wanted to talk about is, because you experience so many different people coming to you and visiting you in Brazil, you always have funny stories. And Eduardo talks about going there with some of his students like Tony, and going and competing there in Brazil, and he always wants to eat pasta or whatever, and they're arguing about which restaurants they want to go. But do you have any fun experience or funny stories from all the people that come and visit you?
Yeah, it's always funny because people don't know the reality. They think maybe some people think it's jungle, it's all jungle here, or some people think it's dangerous, and they expect something different. This is always funny, man. Always I had also some funny experience with young boys, like 18 years old.
Yeah.
They come and go drunk, that was funny. But also I had some lazy guys or old guys. They come for just chill and have some good time, relaxing on vacation, holidays. So yeah, it's very good because it's always different people, and everyone gets really satisfied with trips and coming to Rio.
Yeah, and you have the ability to customize. They want to party more, then you can show the places where they're gonna party. They want to be more like a beach lifestyle and train whenever the sun's not on. Then they go for that. They want to have like a mixture, which is what I like to do. You train once a week. Maybe the sun is too nice. The beach has a nice sunset. Not gonna go the next time. You train next day. That's okay. You've done it already. Depends how you feel like it.
Yeah, people are different, man. And we have tourism for everyone.
True.
Here in Rio.
So Matheus, what people have to do to get in contact, you know what I mean? To have this experience with Rio Bjj Camp and yourself as a guide and being showed around Rio and have like this really nice accommodation. I stay there, man. It's like luxury, super nice. Have super clean, man. Aircon. There was barbecue, etc. How we get in contact with you?
We have Instagram, or people can just talk to the teacher, like you talk to me.
Yeah.
Or email. We have also a website.
Yes.
Rio Bjj Camp.
RioBjjCamp.com.
We can easy talk and find a good trip.
Okay.
A good trip.
We'll put all the website and the Instagram and everything on the description of the video, so people can access it easily if they want to watch.
Okay, great.
All right.
Yeah, we have email as well. Some people like to write and talk by email, and WhatsApp. We use a lot WhatsApp here in Brazil. Maybe.
Yeah.
Lots of options to access.
I think not.
Matheus, like you are also a coach of Jiu-Jitsu, right? For a long time, and you travel and around the world basically teaching Jiu-Jitsu, teaching seminars. You've been here in Australia before, like you've been in many countries teaching Jiu-Jitsu, teaching seminars, long seasons, smaller seasons. Did you have in your mind, can you come up with some differences in the Jiu-Jitsu game as per, depending the region you are? For example, like, with the culture, like for example, in Brazil, it's a little bit more, there's a little bit more movement on the hip, and it's a little bit more like, a little bit more jumpy, you know what I mean? Do you have that kind of like view of Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah, I realized it in US, for example, they have a good wrestling background.
Yeah.
So they are good for takedowns. They have a good base for no give,
Yeah.
especially. Yeah, and here in Brazil, we try to train everything, and yeah, not much, not much more to think about this.
Okay. Okay.
So, Eduardo has some funny stories and stuff of the students that he went there, even with like Jason and Tony, which are some black belts, and Jason is an instructor now and stuff like that. But just the difference in culture of him going there with thongs and a singlet and things like that, trying to go to restaurants, and also like because he has a completely different look. There was people interested in him of the same sex, and he was like surprised by that and things like that. But Eduardo always talks about how it was just such an interesting experience, and maybe he can go into that a little bit of some of the stories of going there and being in Brazil with some of the guys from Australia.
Did you remember that, Matheus, when we parked the car in this neighborhood that's JB, what is it called? Like gay friendly, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
You know, and there's a very like a good strong culture of like liberalism, etc. in that area. And they start seeing Jason, you know what I mean? Like looking like Bruce Willis with red sunnies, you know what I mean? Rugby ball. So it became like a magazine for these guys of excitement. And they start going like this, oh my God, you know what I mean? This guy's so hot. And then you're like, dude, you've been very successful here. And he's...
He had a piercing in the...
Yeah, piercing in here. Yeah, man. The guys are going crazy for him on the street. Like, it was kind of funny to watch, And then he started freaking out a little bit,
Do you guys have any other funny stories like this from people visiting in Brazil?
Yeah, some guys sometimes get lost here. So they call me. I have to
try and find out where they are. Save them.
Some people want to take a bus, I want to see how is real life here. I'll take a bus, maybe get lost. It can happen. It can happen everywhere, actually.
Yeah, for sure. I remember when I was there, when I stayed with you, Matheus, and there was a guy from Norway there, a smaller guy. He went and competed. I went there to compete for the Rio Grand Slam, and he was competing as well.
Yeah.
And I remember he went to some other suburb somewhere, and he was trying to go and train at some gym, and the gym wasn't open, and he got stranded in this place. I think it was called Gamboa or something like that, and he's kept talking about Gamboa all the time.
In the town, yeah.
And he just kept talking about it, and he said he hated the area. He was so angry, and it was just funny time to...
But it was also nice when Anton arrived here, like 20 hours flight. No, I'm ready. Just go train. Let's go train.
Yeah.
And then arrive at the gym, just put a lot of weights and squat, to do a lot of exercise. Go train with everyone. I think it felt as exhausted afterwards.
Yeah, but man, that's what I do all the time. That's what everyone has to do. You want to be a competitor, you have to live like that. That's the lifestyle.
But many people are like this. They arrive very excited, but they don't realize they are tired and just do everything. And then after just
3 days off, they have to rest.
Feel the jet lag. Yeah, it happens. Also, I remember some guys find girlfriends here and leave me. Goodbye, Matheus. I have to go to another place.
I'm gonna get married.
They're moving to Brazil.
Also, another time, some girls knock the door. Hey, where is this guy? I'm looking for this guy. This American guy, this European, Australian guy. Where is him? a lot of good memories.
Having too much fun in Brazil, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can have a lot of fun.
I remember one really funny one as well. We met Vinny in a restaurant, and I was with Jason, and Jason have a very Crocodile Dundee accent, and Vinny is an airplane, like international airplane pilot, so he speaks English, right? And literally, he was talking to Jason, and he suddenly turned to me and looked at me and said, "Is he speaking English?" like in front of each other, like in 30 centimeters distance. I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "No, he's not, man. Like, seriously, tell him to speak English." Like I said, "Man, this is it, man. This is his style." So I said, "Man, speak a little bit slower, you know what I mean? Open your mouth a little bit more, you know what I mean? Breathe in between."
He's Australian, man. The only thing he speaks is English.
But it's a different version of the English. Yeah, it can be
Very hard to understand
Yeah.
for us here.
I remember a very funny story as well, like, because when I got there, you're like, "Man, I'll show you these guys around. I stayed at my mom's just because she gets happy, you know, and I showed the guys around for a while, you know, and I was like, "Okay, guys, this is where the beach is. This is at the gym," and we sign up them for the gym and everything, organized everything. And then when we actually went to cross, as we walking to do this organization, like as we cross the street, in Australia, cars come in a different direction. So they look to the other side. Then I put my hand in my head. I said, "Oh shit, this is gonna be fucked. They can't even cross the street, mate. You know, this is grown up man. They can't even cross the street. There's a few streets to get there. This is gonna be a hard time." But I remember one day, these guys are like a Saturday, you know, and like everyone goes to the beach in Brazil. It's very close to the beach, and the beach is beautiful, etc. And I said, "Guys, I'll meet you guys at the beach. I already show you where is the beach, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go a little bit later." Can't remember what I was doing then. But then they went, and I said, and then Jason got hungry. He needs to eat some food. And I said, "Mate, just so you know, like you can buy a little bit of snacks at the beach, you know, but nothing too much, you know what I mean? Because, you know, these things can be, you know, you never know the quality, you know what I mean? This is just like you buy snacks, but not the whole meal." So I arrived at the beach and I'm looking for him. When I look back, he's coming from this little kiosk with a 5-kilo fish on a tray. I mean, like he bought, God knows from where. I'm like, "Holy shit, man, you gonna eat that?" You know, but anything, he was fine. It was healthy.
It's good to advise, and also because of the sun, for example, as well. The sun in the summer is very strong, and some people just want to lay on the beach like normal for the whole day. They get really
Sunburn.
red, shrimp, sunburn.
I don't know how serious the heat is in the sun.
There's a lot of beautiful girls at the beach in Rio. Let's also add that, Matheus. So it's really hard for a guy that never seen this before go, "Oh, I'm gonna go," you know what I mean? Like on a holiday, he's going, "Man, I'll stay here. There's no problem," you know. Yeah, but
for 2 days in a row.
Sunscreen is very important, I guess. Yes, and it's something you forget if he doesn't think about it. Eh?
For sure. Matheus, have you got any other things that are coming up? Are you going to do any other competitions or MMA fights or anything like that in the future for you?
Nowadays, I think I'm a bit busy for focus on competition.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, maybe next year I'll try.
You're going to try again. Awesome. And what about seminars? Do you have any other seminars, or you're going to be traveling anywhere or anything like that?
Not for now. We are just teaching a lot at the new gym.
Yep.
We have a contract with a big gym called Body Tech. So we are teaching for a huge gym here in Rio. And we have a lot of students. We have many classes every day. So I focus on teaching and have some apartments to take care and rent. Also, I do some lawyer business. You know, I'm always studying law.
Yeah.
And Yeah.
Busy. Very busy.
I think I'm busy most of time.
But anyway, when you want to have a relaxed holiday, you want to come to Bali, we're not far away, mate. I'll write your name again. We get the ticket. We sorted out something, you know what I mean? Then
For sure.
you can come here and train a little bit, man, and then teach a few classes and seminars.
Make some force.
Make some force.
Ooh.
And then go have your bangsu soup in Bali.
Indonesia.
Bangsu. Bangsu soup. Yeah, I like to enjoy different food. Yeah, the traditional food in the place where I go was very good.
For Bali has a lot of different food as well to try. It's awesome, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope soon we can do again one more trip.
For sure, man. For sure.
Bali
For sure.
and Australia and Norway and the US and Germany.
Everywhere, where
Many
everybody
places.
is.
I like to travel and visit different places, meet friends at BJJ gyms.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. Hey, Matheus, we're going to put the link at the description, you know what I mean? If people want to get in contact and have the Brazilian experience with a solid guide. Man, your guide is a lawyer, a black belt, a world champion medalist, you know what I mean? Like a world champion, actually. And man, what else you want, you know what I mean? Have like great facilities, man. What else you want? Come on, guys. Make it happen. Man, it was always a pleasure, man. You know, like we know each other for a long time, and we kind of miss you. Hopefully we'll see you soon. And glad to hear that everything is working out well, and you start having more people to stay over again, and you try to achieve your goals. All the best, brother, as always, and looking forward to see you soon, I guess. Thanks for the time to be with us. Send hi to our master, Vinny, and I hope to see you soon, mate.
Thank you very much. Appreciate. Hope to see you guys soon, and hope Garra still grow up and improve with great professors.
Too easy.
Yeah, always getting better. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for giving the opportunity to have this conversation and talk about everything.
Thank you.
Let's keep connected.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Us.
Valeu, brother. Send a hug to Juninho. Ah, moleque. Valeu. Cheers, brother. Take care.